Welcome in, guys. It's brandinimojo from Tribal Awakening Ministry, and I'm coming to you live with the Divine Feminine presents this ninth episode of The Naked Truth, and I have titled this video. Holy shit! I don't even remember the title of this video. I am pretty sure it pertains to surrendering to the divine, to surrendering to the universal, to surrendering to the divine, the universal love from within. Surrendering to the divine. This is what divine has been telling us for months and months and months and months and months of what we need to surrender. They've been telling us to surrender to the divine. Well, we've been asking the questions of what is it divine that we are surrendering? We are surrendering to the universal law of love here, Divine Feminines. So welcome in. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Venus retrograde for 2020. What is coming in during Venus retrograde for 2020? Well, this is it, guys, the reveal of unconditional love. So, I do have references to a couple of things that I channeled in the Divine Masculine video. In the beginning of the Divine Masculine video, we have the angel number 9 popping up for the collective right now that symbolizes every single little thing that we're going through. In this energy right now of surrendering, releasing, allowing ourselves to become more a part of the humanitarian side of things, allowing the divine to come in, allowing the universal laws to come into play within our lives, within the dynamics that we are experiencing on different levels at this particular time. And for the Divine Feminine video, I switched it up a little bit and I wanted to wait to just go ahead and pull cards with you guys. Because as we are feminine, Spirit says to me, just intuitively channel this video. So as a Divine Feminine, this is how I'm going to channel this video. I'm going to pull cards live for you guys. I am going to use the same spread, the Pentacle spread, for the Divine Feminines as well, because it still pertains to this collective energy that we are all feeling. If you guys have not tuned into the Divine Masculine video, I would suggest for you to go back and watch the Divine Masculine video as well as per se this transition that you are going through. Some of the messages for the Divine Masculine may come through for you guys as well. Cross watching on my channel is definitely encouraged when you are on a spiritual journey and you're going through this grand rising and grand awakening that a lot of people in the collective are privy to. And I would say that because not everybody on this journey, not everybody in the world is going to awaken, guys. Not everybody has that purpose. Everybody here on this planet has a different life purpose, and that's more of what this Divine Feminine reading is going to be about. So I would also recommend for the Divine Masculines to watch this video as well, because this is where the Divine Feminine aspects are playing a huge part in you guys' lives, not only from the self aspect, from the external aspect as well. So this is what is being transmuted in the energy right now, and the messages that I'm delivering in these videos are literally trying to help you bust through the illusions of things, the self-deception energy that usually comes with self-sabotaging and not fully being that in that energy of unconditional love. Now, I just want to say that unconditional love is not necessarily a state of mind, okay? It is a state of being, which means that it doesn't really matter who you are on the face of this planet. It means that you can consciously tap into the subconscious and the unconscious realms to be this energy. Because honestly, in all truth, what I was telling you guys in the Divine Masculine video is that you guys are embodiments of love and light, of universal unconditional love within the universe. And this is what makes up the 7 different parts of your soul. Okay. And that 7 different parts of your soul resides within your within your energetic and genetic and numerological, makeup here in this 3D world that we live in, which would be considered one dimension. They call it the third dimension, to be specific. Time is the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension goes beyond that plane of existence, and therefore, all of the different ascensions that you experience from one plane of existence to another, it's a state of being. It's not a state of mind, it's a state of being. It's where you reside at within your energetic field. Okay, so that just I felt needed to be directed and shed some light more in the clarity of it. Okay, that's what these videos are really about. That's the intention that I'm setting for them. And so, also, just to start out, I have a black candle burning to energetically purge from us and the collective, those of you guys watching. Um, I've summoned the energy of fire to give us the energy of cleansing. Please, spirit, allow us to clear those throat chakras for one thing. Here, little kitties, baby Lyrans. Anyway, this is about new life, guys. And I say babies because I have the baby kittens. Nothing that ever happens in my videos happens for no reason. You guys know that every little sound or every little experience that you guys have with me in these videos, it's a synchronicity. So the message that I got from the kittens is about new life, allowing new life to come in. That was part of what was coming out in the masculine's energy as well, about being in a place of acceptance, allowing these spiritual awakenings to come in with the numerological number 9. It's affecting us in the universe in this way. So, universally, the number 9 is actually guiding us into our spiritual awakenings, guiding us toward unconditional love, giving and receiving, and not only giving and receiving, but understand that that's who we are. That's who we are at the core. At the core, we are unconditional love. And we are vessels of unconditional love. The download that I got for the feminines from this dream that I had this morning, I had this dream where I was speaking to the divine masculine, and the divine masculine that was speaking to me was telling me that when it pertains to relationships and the embodiment of those relationships, we begin to form certain distortions in our minds about what we think relationships should be. And this is stemmed from, childhood downloads that we get, what we visualize, what we experience as children, what we experience in society. A lot of us, we tend to romanticize love through movies, romance novels, different archetypes in the world that are presented to us to give us the visual of what we think and perceive things should be. And when it comes to the experiences that we've had in the past, when it comes to love and relationships, a lot of us have had really unsatisfactory experiences. And so these are the things that we have to heal, not only within ourselves, but what we're trying to heal and what spirit is trying to heal within the collective, because we're meant to evolve from this state of being. Because when spirit originally put us here as divine masculine and divine feminine, the first incarnation, okay, of their holy embodiment, when they put that holy embodiment in physical form here on earth, we were created in unity. We were created together. We were created to be two parts of the same whole. And over a very long period of time, our views, our experiences, and the way that we view ourselves and the way that we experience love has been tremendously miscommunicated and been distorted over so many long periods of time. And through certain behaviors, through certain ways of being, And you can all attribute it to, I mean, if you want to, you can all attribute that to Adam and Eve and the serpent in the garden. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys are seeing the synchronicities of snakes at this point in time. Um, a lot of you guys may be seeing synchronicities of snakes. A lot of you guys may be feeling synchronicities of different archetypal energies. You guys may be getting downloaded messages from movies, from songs, from numerological messages, synchronicities. I'll also mention past life energies, acknowledgments, dreams, interfacing with other energies and not just your own on a very, very, very large scale from one realm to another, from this dimension and the next. The divine masculine is also experiencing this as well. It's just in a different way. The divine masculine right now, guys, the divine masculine is really trying to heal those core wounds of broken relationships within himself. The way that he's viewing the world now is, it was hard for me to channel this in the masculine video because I was channeling from masculine energy. And so the masculine is having a very, very hard time conveying how he's seeing and experiencing the world from love. And from love, a lot of the distorted images of love are coming up for the masculine at this point in time, because this is not just a repeated cycle to the masculine. This is something where it needs to end in finality. And this is what the divine masculine is yearning for and what he's longing for, and why the Emperor and the Nine of Swords were side by side, if you guys go back and watch the masculine video. Okay, so from the masculine perspective is he has to go through the trials and tribulations of learning to understand that he has to learn how to not be so judgmental when it comes to love experiences. He has to purge a fear of love, because all of his previous images of love have been distorted through karmic and toxic relationships with other feminines and with his parents, or the way that he grew up, or the way that he's experienced things, and how he's allowed those hurts and those pains to create toxicities within himself. So the feminine at this point in time is learning at this point in the journey that it's really important to not just tell ourselves that self-love right now is really important. This is also another aspect that the divine masculine is mirroring with the divine feminine right now, because the divine feminine at this point in time, they're both being led from both sides of the spectrum to actually truly go in and look at what experiences in the past are creating blockages for us all in the present, and what are creating those blockages from helping us moving forward. What is preventing us from moving forward from a place of stagnancy when it comes to love and relationships. And for the divine feminine, in the aspect of the dream that I had this morning, where divine masculine was making me look, I was looking at myself from an external point of view. And when looking upon the internal side of myself, I was going straight from skin and bone, straight to the soul. And what I'm seeing is this being of light and love that is a branch of the I am presence, which it fuels and self-sustains itself in complete autonomy within the universe. And when I say that when I was looking at this spiritual being that makes up the body of my soul and my energy and gives me this physical, that is driving this physical body of mine, um, looking at it and feeling and resonating, it's like I was completely connected in all ways. And I was just radiating light and self sustainment, self love, because I needed no external thing from the universe other than the universe itself. And the reason being is because the masculine voice that was channeling this message to me very clearly was saying that every human being in their point of ascension has to be able to look at themselves from an external view to an internal point of view where you can actually see yourself for who you really are. And it's removing all of the paradigms, all of the illusions, all of the downloads that you have received since you have been gone through the process of birth, adolescence, coitus, parenthood, and to that place of death where we've all seen, witnessed, and experienced the transcendence of all of these different cycles of the human design. And so, as a divine feminine channeling this message from the divine feminine aspect of things, I can put more sense to it in this energy, and I can express this more openly and more truthfully and more clearly because I have now looked at it from the masculine perspective as well. Now, when I'm putting the masculine perspective with the feminine perspective, it gives me that clear ability to channel this message. And I feel like this was what was needed as well, why I needed to do these videos back to back. When normally sometimes I'm just guided to do them when I'm guided to do them. But tonight I was channeled to do these messages back to back because I knew that it would make more sense once it started to come out. So anyway, the divine masculine and the divine feminine right now are being called by the divine to remove the superficialities that are tied to love and relationships, to remove the illusions of love and relationships from the self in order to truly embody the law of unconditional love, which transcends through everything. Okay? A lot of feminines are being looked at to focus on family, to focus on the journey ahead, and how we're going to ground ourselves out in that Knight of Pentacles energy, which is stability and independence. A lot of divine feminines are in the reflection pool right now, in the still and quiet to stay busy. Okay, like we're wanting to stay busy, but we're wanting to stay busy as a distraction from what needs to heal right now. And that's the message that's coming through for the divine feminines and the divine masculines, I would say. From the feminine perspective, right now, we're all being called we're wanting to stay as busy as we can so that we are distracted by the things that we need to be looking at and the things that we need to be reflecting upon. So, I mean, Spirit is encouraging us to really kind of avoid that energy of, kind of staying busy to distract ourselves from emotional things or intellectual things that we need to be transmuting through and understanding at this point in time. And it's not healing. It's not healing us when we're trying to put ourselves in that energy of staying distracted and not dealing with it and sweeping the shit under a rug. And we have to sometimes just let the silence envelop us so that we can learn to just be who we are. And a part of that, and I'm gonna channel another message. I've got another message coming in from the divine masculine himself to the divine feminines, um, that are needing to be able to use this integration for the highest good. Is that the divine masculines, in the 5 and 12D, like in higher dimensions, in the higher realms, the five those masculines that are truly ascending at this point in time, that masculine voice is coming through to say that, um, holy shit, I just lost it. In the reflection pool, self reflection. Right now, the divine masculine in the stillness of everything is actually using things as a distraction to avoid his emotions right now, and that's triggering the divine feminine at this point in time. Um, it's not really triggering in a way, but it's triggering us. Yeah, it is. It's fucking triggering us. I'm not gonna lie. Um, it's triggering like the divine, but the divine feminine advice for the triggering that is happening with the divine masculines right now, and are not knowing, is that that message from the higher self, or that message from the masculine collective, is reminding us that it's really important to understand that if we were just connecting to our higher selves and to our true beings right now, we wouldn't need the external validation of a relationship, which scares the fuck out of the divine masculine. It also, in turn, scares the fuck out of us because of how the masculine has reacted to relationships and relationship settings. Um, there are certain aspects of the feminine wounding, in the distortions of the feminine wounding, where we have had to heal that, um, we're just a piece of ass, we're just slaves, we're just, the um, the lower sex on the fucking scale of whatever of humanity, this core wounding that feminines have when it comes to our fantasies and the masculine fantasies from a different perspective. We're going through these dynamics in relationship where our fantasies are becoming our worst nightmares. And that's the only way that I can really describe it without going into a really long, drawn out ordeal. But okay, so this is the way that my spirit guides are having me channel this. Sometimes when we come into union with someone and our vibrations are running high, the first thing that our human self and our distorted self wants to fucking do is to put someone in a box, or put someone to put ourselves into this conformity of a certain label. We're conforming to labels. We put this limiting energy on ourselves and our partners because we develop certain kinds of expectations of another person. And when certain of these expectations that begin to form between the masculine and the feminine eventually become distorted and toxic, and it results in a catastrophic breakup 9 times out of 10, because you have two sides of the spectrum, the masculine and the feminine, that are now becoming distorted because they've lost sight of who they are and why they were really moving in action toward these particular things in the first fucking place. So, the naked truth of it all is about the fact that we allow ourselves the self fucking deception because we're so in the hurry of romanticizing the fuck out of what relationships really are. And we have distorted the image and the understanding of what true relationships are really about, through not only the downloads that we've received, but the shit that we constantly do to ourselves in repetitive cycles where we're running on that hamster wheel and we can't get the fuck off of that same repetitive shit cycle instead of taking a fucking break and being still. What is that expression? Peace, be still. Peace be still, divine feminine. What are we peace be stilling in? The reflection pool. We have truth, contemplation, and fearlessness. Emotions are a complex thing, but when allowed can show you a deeper truth. So take space today for your emotions. Write them down. Feel how they reside within your body and let them be without judgment. Okay? The reason why the divine masculine doesn't want to commit to a person until he's truly fucking ready is because he's got to sit back and observe you for the longest fucking time, which is what we should be doing, because the divine masculine naturally has the ability to see through the bullshit because he functions from his lower chakras. So therefore, when his third eye and his crown chakra are wide fucking open, you're seeing the divine masculine channeling literally the fucking absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So this is what happens. Divine feminine, when you fall in love with the divine masculine and you start to do everything he wants you to do, you have no healthy boundaries whatsoever, and you're like, oh, let's just fucking love each other and let's just get married and have kids and we're all gonna be a happy family. We're just gonna have the 10 of cups. Divine feminine, that is not going to fucking work. I'm just straight up gonna tell you. Divine masculines, I see why the fuck you're afraid. Seriously. Where do we get this ideal from, divine feminines? Okay? We're learning. I learned when I was a kid that Ken and Barbie, I don't think they were meant to work out. You know, I was kind of always veering off toward the G.I. Joe. Yeah, I had G.I. Joes. I had I had He-Man and She-Ra fucking action figures. Okay. And usually I was substituting He-Man for Ken with the Barbies all day long. Because why? He-Man was the master of the motherfucking universe. That's why. So I think when it boiled down to it, even as a child, I settled for divine intervention rather than shit intervention. Oh yeah, Ken and Barbie were made for each other. No, I beg to differ. I think Barbie could have set her sights a little bit higher back in the day. But, you know, a lot of us formed this really romanticized visual through toys and TV shows and whatever the fuck else it is, like family dynamics and whatever the fuck. We developed this fucking self-delusional frame of mind when it comes to love and relationships, and therefore it scares the absolute dog shit out of the divine masculine because deep down he's saying, no, I don't want somebody who's clingy. Ugh. Man, did she just say we were in a relationship just because we fucked one time? What? What?
How?
As yeah, Henry would say, bitch ass hoe ass bitch ass hoes. Anyway, the reflection pool is pretty deep, guys. It's really fucking deep at this point in time. But, okay, there's another message coming through divine. The chain breakers. We are the chain breakers. This is about freedom, indignation, and justice, which is about the number 9. All of these things are represented in the number 9 energy. And I'll read that to you guys here in a minute, in case you missed the Divine Masculine video. Anyway, this is about judgments that have been placed upon us or by ourselves or by others that can shackle us, stealing our joy and our will to live. Take time today to remove these judgments, choosing not to believe the lies that they tell. A judgment is not the truth. Okay? So, for divine feminines and divine masculines alike to say, oh, well, I'm never going to fucking love again because this low vibrational fucking bitch or asshole just fucked me over. And I fucking hurt too bad to fucking deal with all this shit. So I'm just going to throw myself in this fucking toxic energy of not even fucking dealing with the shit. And I'm just going to fucking sweep that shit under a rug and expect that things are going to be fucking fruitful in my life. Well, guess what, guys? The naked truth is going to bust this out and say, you're fucking kidding yourself. You're fucking kidding yourselves. Okay? But let's not kid ourselves. That's why Spirit brought me here. To keep us from fucking kidding ourselves, okay? This is about transformation. We're breaking the fucking chains. We are freeing ourselves of this bullshit. Listen, guys. The message of the wholehearted fucking truth here, the naked fucking truth, is that for those of you guys that are really believing in love, if you really do believe in romance at I'm not gonna lie, I'm a hopeless romantic. Okay? But I'm here to break the chains of fucking illusion and bullshit to help people find their bliss, okay? And this is what we're doing. This is about initiation process into new beginnings, and this is about truly healing the divine within ourselves. The masculine aspects, the feminine aspects. We were born here as equals. And this is what the divine is saying. You were born here as a sovereign being. You were born here a being of love and light, and your journey here is a journey of love or lack thereof. So if you lack it, give it to yourself because it already exists within you. It already exists within that paradigm that started with you and only you, and that divine spark of creation, the Big Bang. And what this card is saying is that you are the universe is within you. And if you can only just look past the external shit and look inside to the eternal, the internal, the infinity within you, you are infinitely abundant in love. You are infinitely abundant with knowledge, with acceptance, with the I am, which is everything and all of everything, through all creation, through all dimensions, through time, through space, through one lifetime after another. So what we've already realized, divine feminines, is that to release the masculine is also to release your ideals of what you thought the masculine is, what you think the feminine is, and open yourself up to the highest of the high. Open yourself up to the divine lamp within you. When that divine lamp is within you, and you let that divine lamp within you guide you, and I swear, if you could see yourselves the way that I got to see myself this morning, talk about a breath of fresh air. I will never be able to look at myself in another light ever again. Now I see the lamp within me. I see how bright and powerful it is. I see how universally connected it is, so much to the point so where you are completely and utterly autonomous, and there is no such thing as happiness or sadness. It is so fucking beautiful. It is so fucking cosmic. So profound. And all you have to do is just close your eyes and listen. Listen to yourself. See yourself in the stillness. When everything is still around you, you see it, you get it, you don't have to question it a second time. This is about killing the skepticism that fucking haunts the masculine and feminine connection in such a fucking way that we can't divinely love each other from that place of divine wisdom, because it's out here being scrutinized for every fucking low vibrational fucking thing and tragedy that fucking happens, because why we're so fucking stuck on tragedy. You know, for those of masculines that watch their dads walk out on their moms, or You know, for all of us that watched our fucking parents walk out on each other, beat each other, drugs, codependencies, they're so fucking codependent on one another or something to numb the pain, to create more distortions, generational fucking dysfunctional shit that we have to clear out in the psyche. Some people fucking spend thousands and thousands of fucking dollars and years and years and years in therapy when it's so fucking simple to just enjoy the voyage in the moment, to take the knowledge, the divine wisdom that is being handed to us through every experience that we have. Now, whether it depends on how enlightened you're going to become as to how open fucking minded you are. So, divine feminine, you've seen it all. Divine masculine, so have you. This is about the voyage now. It's about understanding the voyage, the trek through Earth, the trek through the universe. Man, initiation, new beginnings, and the unknown. Today is the day. There's something you've been hesitant to do. Now it is the time. Do not worry if you're ready or if it will turn out perfectly. It is not the destination, but the journey that all things in life are made of. Ooh, shit. I'm gonna break these chains of love. Oh, yeah. Where the fuck did that come from? The 80s, motherfuckers. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm gonna break these chains of love. Don't give up. Ooh. Huh. Little divine message coming in through song. Forgive me. Little light language there. Anyway, guys. So, it's time to break the chains of love. Maybe that's what I should have titled this fucking video. Breaking the chains of unconditional love from within. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine within you. Man, when you're walking with God, you're forever joyous. You're open. You're receptive. You allow love to come in when it comes knocking at your fucking door. The divine masculines are fucking scared of that. Divine feminines are too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to admit that. Don't be afraid. Anyway, let's see what we have coming up in the shadows for divine feminine's energy. Okay, what do we have coming up in the shadows right now? For divine feminine's energy, spirits, please show me, what do we have coming up in the shadows? Coming up in the shadows. What is blocking this transformation? What is blocking this movement forward, right? For the divine feminine perspective and collective. Oh yeah, change. Change is scary as fuck. Man, fucking Walking Dead up in here. But do you see that power and majesty behind him? Mummies are riddled with magic. In the cartouche, mummies are always loved and adorned and preserved through thousands and thousands of years. Through the ages, change. This is about change through the ages, guys. And exploring the wildness within. Ralph Smart. There you are. The underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Holy fuck, there's that pomegranate energy. You know this is the tree of life, yo. Tree of knowledge. Also represented in the high priestess energy. And when you see the pomegranate, that is her magical correspondence. Divine feminine was here for both the masculine and the feminine. So this is really about change through the ages, infinite possibilities. Guys, listen. Listen, Linda. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a fucking mermaid oracle. Hold on, let's see what we got going here. Too much is hidden from you guys? Oh, well, let's get some illumination on that for you. Let's get some illumination on the changes coming. This is that Lemuria Atlantis energy. Energy adjustments are needed for aura cleansings. Aura cleansings and health, overall health is very important right now through this change. Transparency, being honest and authentic, genuine and present. So the divine masculine is also being called at this time with the feminine energy that is driving and pushing through the psychic energies, the clairvoyance, through both connections of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. This is what is mirroring in the two. Psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. Oh yeah, that's happening for all you guys right now. It's a time to be cautious. It's a time to be secret. It's a time to have some secrets about where you're going in life, what you're doing. Not everybody needs to fucking know what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know every fucking move you make. Why? Because you got people out there that, may not be fucking wishing you well. So, it's a necessity right now. Okay, the divine masculine wants to send a message to the divine feminine and say, this is why I'm being so fucking quiet. This is why I'm in Page of Swords energy, bitch. Love me though. Anyway, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to give. All right? Divine masculine. This is a message from great divine feminine to you too. Allow yourself the receptive energy of giving and receiving. Because if you don't, if you guys sit in an energy of fear, you're never gonna go home. Hello. The point is to arrive and for your journey to end, for building an establishment and getting settled in life. This is very important right now for divine masculine and divine feminine energies right now. This is how the divine feminine is affecting all of you. Okay? Being receptive and allow yourself that energy, allow yourself that healing and adjustments that you need in order to take you right on home to all the things that you are destined to arrive at, coming into your blessings, coming into love, coming into freedom, coming into independence and self-determination is really key here, guys. And here we have that dream energy mirroring for the divine feminines. Anyway, this is overall energy, allowing yourself to give and allowing yourself to receive. Don't close yourself off just because you see the divine masculine in an energy where he's like, bitch, don't talk about commitments to me. So, okay, this is what needs to happen. Both the divine masculine and the divine feminines, I'm sorry, but when you find a motherfucker that you are vibrating on a high vibration with and it's fucking good, and there is no reason to self-sabotage and fuck it the fuck up, you don't have to talk about relationships. You don't have to talk about the chains that bind. That's devil-ass energy, y'all. I could pull out the Rider-Waite and show you the two lovers trapped and fucking bound in chains at the devil's feet. Why? Because your fucking perceptions are a motherfucker, yo. Your perceptions are so fucked in that devil energy. You're trapping one another by limiting one another to fucking expectations. Do you feel me? You can love somebody with your whole fucking heart, but you can also release them to the universe to say, you know what? I love you. I'm gonna send you love and light. If you're in a low vibration where you're not respecting me and you're not respecting healthy fucking boundaries, if we are not fucking communicating healthy boundaries to each other, at least, I mean, honestly, and I'll be real with y'all, if y'all are fucking people out there and you're giving up that fucking yoni to a motherfucker that will not fucking respect you and will not treat you like a goddess when you are in his energy, and even when you are away from this motherfucker, if he talks about you like you're another hoe to one of his friends, this motherfucker ain't for you. I promise you. But let me tell you, Not every masculine is in that energy just because he come in and give you the dick every once in a while. Some masculines are just afraid to commit because they don't want to get hurt again. But they're all about you. And they might not fucking tell you that they're all about you, but you bitch, you're the only one on his mind. And no offense when I call you a bitch. I say that with love. Okay? I say that with all the universal love I have and possess. And my mother always likes, God rest her soul, my mother used to always say, I will own the title of a bitch because I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I am thoughtful, and I am honest, okay? And she did not give two fucks. So, bitches, are you a bitch of the round table? Or what? I know I am. I probably lead that motherfucker, okay? But anyway, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not tooting, okay? I'm not tooting my own horn. But it's coming out of me how it's coming out of me tonight, y'all. Anyway, allowing yourselves to open up and receive and to allow the wisdom of the ages. Allow yourself to free that energy from the divine masculine and allow him to heal. He will be receptive to that nurturing, loving energy, that guiding energy that you possess because you are the light that is guiding the divine masculine home, regardless of what the fuck he says, okay? Don't be watching his fucking social media. Don't give a fucking rat's ass about what this motherfucker says on social media while he's single, okay? Also, while he's transmuting pain into power, the divine masculine will find his power. Believe that. Just like we do. We find our power when we allow ourselves to be receptive and open to the voyage, to the journey, and allowing that journey to transform us and heal us and bring in that God, spirit, energy, love, good ass prana, understanding. When you understand the mechanisms of how things work in the cosmos, guys, when you understand the cosmos within you, man, it's a beautiful fucking journey. Even if you've got to spend time away from the masculine, even if the masculine's in that low vibrational energy going, yeah, I don't want commitments, but let's just fuck on the low. Let's just fuck on the low and have a good time. Why do you gotta cry about it, divine feminine? Shit. Let's just enjoy this shit together. Divine masculine, when you guys are enjoying the shit together, like, he don't give a fuck. It feels good to him. It's not low vibrational. Especially if you see this motherfucker growing and expanding on your ass. Oh my God. Just sit back and watch. Grab your popcorn and shit. Smoke a blunt. Calm down. Calm down. Anyway. The change card. I'm gonna read that one. Change the mummy. Mummy. Walk like an Egyptian. Oh. Mummy. Alright, motherfucker, come on. Thank you. The sand in his mouth, the bandage's wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen. It was not seen as many of us see it. A finality to be dreaded is what we see now. But in ancient times, just as the beginning of a new life, of eternal life, in a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual that ensured the preservation into the next world. Many cultures mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon for early horror, rising at the turn of the century to very popular films, The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, The plot normally evolves and revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. So this is what I mean by archetypes, guys. Archetypes are every fucking where. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that the change that you are going through is inevitable, and no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. This card indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, all the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You're not cursed. You just have to develop a pattern. Take control and change it. Man, they're telling you take control. Take control of your life. Take control of everything, how you feel, even how you surrender shit. You have the control to allow yourself to just surrender. Surrender to the divine. Man, allow yourself to give and allow yourself to receive. Sarah, I just want to give you a shout out with comments of protection. Thank you for divinely protecting this video, my lovely, beautiful gypsy goddess. Thank you for divinely watching over this reading. Mwah! Anyway. So, let's get to the cards. Let's see what's going on at the pentacle of the Divine Feminine's physical being right now. We're going to get the magical correspondences and what is going on in the intellectual energy of the body, the spirit of the Divine Feminine. What is the spirit of the Divine Feminine saying to the collective right now? What is her message? One, two, three. Mother, Maiden, and Crone. Please guide this wisdom coming through this message for divine feminine energies, and this can be for divine masculine and feminine alike. Like I said, I suggest you cross-watch these videos so you see which aspects of the self are going to be affecting you and resonating with you at this particular time. If you need to ask your questions in meditation, the questions that you could be asking yourself from the divine feminine, or to ask yourself or ask the divine feminine herself what it is that you need to be allowing yourself to receive and what is it that you need to be giving, right? Because, all right. No, I'm not taking that. Hold on. We got to do some more shuffling, guys. So much shit wants to come out at one time, man. Woo, that's not surprising coming from divine feminine energy. We have a lot to fucking say, don't we? Anyway. I love you, Mother Goddess. Great Mother Gaia. Okay. So, Great Divine Feminine, please show me what it is that this collective needs to know about the embodiment. The physical, what is going on in the physical body of anybody that would be housing Divine Feminine energy right now? What are you showing us in the collective right now? Holy shit, guys. Okay. Right here. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands. It wanted to come out anyway. What do we have going on in the air energy for Divine Feminines? What do we have going on in the air energy? Ace of Coins. That's about that. How do we? That's answering the question of how do we bring all of that, which it is we are dreaming about, as above and so below. How does that as above and so below energy work? Well, the Ace of Coins and the magical correspondence of that card is going to tell us tonight. So for what we are dealing with in the emotions, we are battling energies, passions. It's like we're trying to crack that fucking whip, you know? There's a whip on there. So what do we need to fucking crack the whip on? Action, that's an action card. That's how we're going to take action. How do we need to take action in the emotional spectrum? What is going on in earth energy spirit? Ooh, holy shit. Earth energy, temperance. What is going on in fire energy? In the fire realm, it is the Queen of Cups. All right. And underneath the deck, you have a Hierophant, okay? This is the magic of the Great Divine at work here in overall energy for Divine Feminine energies. We also have Union energy, Two of Cups. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. What's underneath that? Ten of Wands. Holy shit. Removing the burdens. Removing the burdens from unity with faith. Holy shit. Removing the burdens of faith with unity. Removing the burdens of the connection of union with faith. Unity. Removing the burdens. 55, 10. Ending the cycle of burdens. Ending a burdensome cycle with the Two of Cups and Union energy. Having faith, right? Unions are not, like I said earlier, unions are not fucking romanticized, guys. It really takes work. You want to come into divine union with someone, you really want to fucking settle down and have a family with somebody, like, it's about doing the fucking work on yourself. It's about seeing yourself as that being of unconditional love and love and light, allowing that to flow and be received and to give to others. That is the part of that is the nurturing aspect of the feminine energy. It's happening. It's mirroring between the divine masculine and divine feminine. I don't give a shit what he says. So you guys watching your masculines fucking post some stupid shit on fucking Facebook, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. Let him go through his healing process. You're going through yours. Okay? So for the masculines that are watching or would watch this video, it's about just allowing yourself to be right now and not even worrying about what the feminine thinks either. I'll just say that. Like, shit goes both ways. Like, if you're fucking with someone, if you're fucking like divine masculines, if you're fucking with a divine feminine who's awakened, you don't have to worry about the burdens of relationships with this feminine. I'm just saying. It's a message for somebody that's gonna watch this shit. Anyway, in the spectrum of the ethereal realm for the divine feminine, you have the Knight of Wands, you have Phoenix energy, you have the lamented cross, you have the lion, the masculine. He's wearing a let's see, above his head, above his crown chakra, you see the gift of sight as well. This is about sight and action. You also have a knight here on a horse. The Knight of Wands. The Knight cards are attributes. Here we have the intelligence of the mediating influence, and for the vision of the harmony of things, you have the wand here. You have the flame, 21. Add that, that's 3. 6 is the Tippereth. That's the alphabet. This is the tree of life. This is the aspect of the tree of life that it sits on. So the night energy is about beauty, seeing the beauty in things. The fourth plane of existence. This is about time. Okay, time. I'm getting. We don't have time. It's time to take action. Clear pink rose. Okay, the Egyptian god associated to this card is Ra. He is the god of the sun and illumination, knowledge, rebirth. This is the phoenix, the lion, the child, the spider, and the pelican. The layman of rose and cross, the vision of harmony of things, the beatific vision, and devotion to great works. This is what the knights mean in this deck here. This is the magical aspect of what is happening in the divine feminine's ethereal body right now. What is going on in her psyche right now. This is what is being triggered in the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine, because you have the great mother goddess working on both of us in the collective here. So the knight energy, the Knight of Wands, pertains to air of fire, sun, steady force of energy, quick, strong, vehement, and boisterous, fair and generous, honorable, and despising meanness. So it's about releasing meanness and being fair and generous, but also having those honorable barriers where we establish healthy boundaries. Okay, so this is about establishing healthy boundaries right now, divine feminine, and making sure that you are, if you are, you know what? This is just about establishing boundaries within the self and within the people around you. your relationships, establishing boundaries within your relationships that are healthy. Okay. Being honorable, um, honoring the masculine as well, from what I'm seeing. Um, I've used the mermaid deck throughout the week to tap into the masculine energy, and this is the energy that he is receptive to right now, and it's about being honorable. It's about being fair and generous to the feminine. Um, Not many people will understand that, but it's about being strong at this point in time. You know, not allowing certain things to get underneath your skin, allowing that Queen of Cups energy to be the actions that you take in the world right here. This is the way that the Divine Feminine is working right now. The Ace of Coins to the left of her, you have the Ace of Coins in the air energy. This is also about what I channeled a while ago about this is crown chakra energy coming in. This is about admirable or hidden intelligence. This is a union with God card. The aces are about union with God. You have the pentagram as a symbolism here in front of the hand. I did explain the 5 points of the pentagram in the Divine Masculine video earlier. The admirable or hidden intelligence about this card, this is coming in from the crown chakra. You have the Egyptian god Ptah, which that's about God, swan, hawk. If you guys are seeing these things, as far as synchronicities, these are things that are being brought to you through your intuition. Union with God, the transcendental morality of this card is the accomplishment of great work. The Ace of Pentacles is about the root of powers of earth touch. Materiality in both the good and the bad senses are, and in a way, delusiveness of perception, perfection, strength, material benefits, labor, wealth, and achievements. Okay, so what I'm really channeling from that card is that um, this is about breaking through the delusions of our perceptions here with how things can manifest, how we bring things to our material benefit, and how we achieve. This is also about putting the labor in, putting in the work, putting in the spiritual work right now to be one with God. If you're one with God, then you're not codependent. And I'll just say that flat out. This is both. This is for both energies in the collective, for the masculine and the feminine. And when you're standing one with and at oneness with God, you don't need external things to make you happy. We're happier when we come into things, when we come into the things that we want and we desire. It only amplifies that energy of love and joy to the fifth degree. And that's funny because it's what my spirit guides told me to say. To the fifth degree, to the fifth dimension. Okay. So when you're bringing back things from the fifth dimension, you can bring back those things with joy and solitude or security or whatever it is. It's that it's whatever materially benefits you. And if it's not benefiting you in some way, shape, or form, then that's when you have to have the healthy boundaries that you need within your psyche to cut the cords, to just stop it, or to just change your perception. It's because you have to know that you're the pure embodiment of love and light and manifestation. So this is about truly alchemizing. This is about truly alchemizing and being the master over your emotions in order to be able to manifest these things and allow yourself to be receptive to the things that you desire. Okay, this is collectively coming in for everyone at this particular time. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. This is how the feminine energy is affecting everyone. So take it how it resonates, guys. The Five of Wands is also this is about strength, okay? So the overall energy of the fives, right, is about radical intelligence. And then you have here the vision of power. The vision of power here, you see a dragon. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know. It looks like fucking, I don't know, half something, half other. You have the wands energy. Let's see, rubies, the sword, the spear, the scourge, or the chain. I see a whip here. The practical attribution of this card, the Egyptian god Horus. The color is orange. This is a king scale color. So this is definitely masculine energy here. You have the vision of power, which the transcendental morality of this card is energy. The Five of Wands attributes to strife, okay? Fire, sight, discord, protest, struggle, conflict, bravery or inconsideration, cruelty, and violence. So these are a lot of the things that the divine feminine within is making you transmute and heal right now. So what I say, it doesn't matter if you are if you are a man or if you are a woman, this is how the feminine energy is affecting you at this particular time. So if you have a certain fear that revolves around struggle and conflict, with inconsideration within relationships, um, material loss, even bravery, cruelty in relationships. If this is what you're healing right now, I believe that this is what is stirring up in the feminine emotional spectrum. And so if you're a masculine and you're having fear of relationships because of the cruelty of relationships or the cruelty to how people can be to each other, and that is what's keeping you stuck and stagnant from truly moving toward your heart's desires of being an unconditional being of love. And the message that I got in the dream download is that when we suppress ourselves, when we suppress these beings within ourselves, this being that we are unconditional love and light bodies. So when we suppress that here within ourselves in the 3D world, it causes major problems for us because we are so fucking distorted in that energy. We are not allowing ourselves the chance to love unconditionally the way that we are meant to. And when we have to stuff that down and stifle it, it's very unhealthy. So this is happening in the masculine's perspective because of this feminine energy that is forcing him to heal. And this is happening within the feminine collective from within the self and forcing her to heal these perceptions of violence or disrespect or protests of relationships or the struggle and the conflicts and the discord within relationships and your ideal of them because it wasn't what you thought it was. If you were romanticizing things in a certain way and you had certain expectations of other people and those people broke your heart in a thousand pieces because they didn't meet your requirements or your expectations of yourself and what you expected them to be, it's devastating. And you invited that to yourself because of that conflict and that lack of resolution within the self, the lack of understanding and protesting the healing that needed to happen, protesting the healing that needs to take place in, divine feminines allowing the masculines to heal and allowing ourselves to heal in the process, allowing ourselves to heal on a whole collective scale in the relationship dynamics in every part of it. By giving ourselves labels and expectations, we have created a mass amount of disappointment, and that is what is creating the stagnancy within the collective, within the self, within your own healing. Okay, so that is coming in to say this is where you surrender. This is what the divine is saying. Surrender your emotions for just 1 second and allow yourself to truly be who the fuck you really are. When you stand in that energy of being one with God, you don't need an external force to tell you how fucked up your lessons were or to make you feel like dog shit about yourself to the point where you self fucking sabotage and then you'll self sabotage and sabotage any other possibilities of a healthy fucking relationship because you are shutting yourself down and you are shutting yourself out from it, divine feminine. If we ever wanted the masculine to heal, we have to allow that we are leading by example to each other, to be honest. And I don't give a shit if you guys are just trying to get to know each other, or if you guys are in separation, or if you're not even together, but you have this dynamic with this fucking amazing person and nothing's just coming to fruition because you have these fucking blockages between the two of you. It's saying change is coming, whether you fucking like it or not. We're putting this energy upon you to deal with it and transform and grow with it on this journey, because this is about the voyage overall. This is what your inner child is saying to you. It's time to break the fucking cycles of dysfunction between the masculine and the feminine. And you see this energy right here? You have the sword of truth. You have these two birds, and then underneath this one, you see like a shadow. I don't know, it kind of looks like a shadow of another bird, like a dark and light aspect. You have this yin and yang aspect here. The masculine, the feminine, all of it. The voyage, breaking chains, being in the reflection pool and seeing, like, yeah, we know that these things that we went through hurt. Yeah, we know that some of these things that we went through are part of the lesson. A lot of the shit that we don't want to accept, we sweep under the rug because we want to fucking stay busy. We want to stay busy just to forget about it all. We want to just keep moving through the motions of life and pretending like everything's just going to fucking get better as long as we're, as long as we keep working, going to work every day, bringing in that fucking paycheck. Well, guys, this is not the kind of fucking work the spirit is asking you to do right now. Go to work, do your due diligence, be responsible, and whatever the fuck. But this is at the end of the day when you're sitting alone with your fucking self, and those moments of time where you get to sit alone with yourself in the stillness of the night. In the still of the night. Woo! Now I got hair metal coming through here. Shit. My spirit guides are on a roll, guys. They're singing to y'all. In the still of the night. Knocking at your door. Spirit is knocking at your fucking door right now in the still of the night. Man, all those downloads that you guys are receiving in and out of the stillness of the night, guys, those are the messages that you guys are supposed to be fucking paying attention to right now and not ignoring. I don't give a shit if this is about your family connections or your sexual connections or whatever the fuck it is. This is about union. I saw 111 again on the screen when I looked just now. It's crazy shit. 1111 portals. Anyways, this is about vision of power. Vision of power, guys. This is a powerful vision that we have. Like, it's so fucking distorted. We have this distorted vision of the masculine. We have this distorted the masculines have a distorted fucking vision of the feminines. It's all jacked up. For what? Because we're afraid of change, because we're afraid to receive, and we're afraid to give because we got our fucking little hearts hurting. Oh, we got a broken heart. Oh, we fell. It's time to get back up again. It's what we do when we fucking learn how to ride a bike. You fall, you get back up. You learn how to, you learn how to skate. I was a skater. I like skates. I'll be racing motherfuckers at the skate rink, listening to fucking Motley Crue. Okay? I'm a race you. I got really good. You couldn't race me backwards, I guarantee you. I'd beat your ass. But anyway. I could twirl around like a freaking ballerina on some skates. But I fell like 1,000 times. I probably fucking sprained my wrist. I don't know how many times. I probably banged up my knees, and probably why I got bad knees today. Like, so many skate incidents where, like, my knees took the hits on the hard ass floor. And yeah, but you go through these things, you learn, you get back up, and you know what? You perfect it. You get better. So the art of perfection with the number 9 coming in for the collective, this makes sense from the divine feminine aspects and what the divine feminine energies are telling us both, like telling all of us here, is that we have to have that unity, the power, the vision of power that we hold. That's why it's really fucking important. That's why divine masculines were being really hard in the energy by saying, you gotta have a fucking powerful vision, and you gotta make that shit happen within yourself first before you want to manifest it. That's how you really truly alchemize that as above and so below energy. You also got to make sure that what you're trying to manifest, if you're trying to manifest love and union and family and marriage and all these other kinds of things, you got to vibrate high if you want that divine union. If you want divine union to be blessed, man. There's another message in the Five of Wands about sacred sexuality. Sexuality should be sacred to any fucking body involved in coitus. Okay? Fucking without thinking will cause you great disaster. Think before you fuck. And by all means, protect your own fucking energy, guys. You have to. You don't want to just fucking fuck anyone. And this is for everybody. Unity is sacred, okay? And at least if you're going to have a casual thing, make sure that the fucking person that you're fucking has a very high vibration. And you can look at it like that because there's a difference between lovemaking, fucking, or whatever. But I'm just saying that if you guys are single and you guys are doing, if you guys are doing the deed, okay, make sure that you find somebody that's going to resonate with you on a high fucking energy vibration. Or else you're going to walk away from that other person feeling all their low vibrational fucking shit, and you don't need to take on the fucking trauma, the unhealed trauma that is coming out through their root chakra and through their seed or through their fucking sexual juices, guys. Energy transfers through energy and it transfers through body fluids, and sex is one of the highest levels of energetic communication that you can fucking have with someone, period. I don't care. Think before you fuck. Think before you fuck. Please. The divine feminine within you all is truly, truly screaming at you right fucking now. To not say that you can't have your fun. You can definitely have your fucking fun. By all means, create patterns of joy in your life by all means, however necessary. And I don't mean on a vibration where you're hurting each other. Divine feminines, we know that both sides of the spectrum, masculine and feminine energies, are out there doing some low vibrational shit, and we see how that goes. But even if I'm just saying, if you're embracing the goddess and if you're embracing the God within you and you guys are single and you guys are mingling, by all fucking means, have fun, have joyous experiences with one another, because you're meant to trigger each other. You're meant to have these experiences to excite joy and to open up your fucking heart space. You're meant to do these things, even if you're single. But all I'm saying is, guys, you have to treat your sex like it is something sacred, because it fucking is. And if you choose to share it with someone, just make sure that a motherfucker is vibrating on a high level. Okay? Because it just, you know, you don't have to have those kinds of attachments. You can have healthy boundaries. You can have casual things. You can have friends with benefits and etc. if you allow that in your life, for some of you. For some of you, this journey is more about the spiritual ascension than it is about physical means. But I'm just saying, you know, like if you guys are vibing sexually, make sure that you're vibing high, on a high vibration. Because if not, you guys are just going to be back in this fucking cycle, transmuting through this Five of Wands fucking energy. And I'm just saying, you don't want that, you know? And if you do choose to go into coitus with another person, just allow that shit to be beautiful, allow it to be loving, allow it to be high energy, and allow it, you know, don't allow the detachments to come in and create some fucked up distortions for you, because just because you have sex with a guy doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's got to be your boyfriend. You know, sometimes a masculine actually just wants to sit back and see a woman function and operate without fucking masks on. And if he's going to settle down and be committed to someone, he's going to want to sit down for a while and observe that feminine, especially if he's already been through some distorted, fucked up shit. By all means, you guys heal that within yourselves. You can enjoy each other's company. You don't have to fucking put a label on it. Everything can be fucking jiving great. You don't have to fucking make it a low vibrational kind of experience. It is all about fucking choice and how you choose to temper the situation. Okay, this is earthly energy. And how you ground this all out in the physical, this is what you're doing. You're grounding this out in the physical with the intelligence of probation or tentative energy. This is also about transmutations, right? Energy number like 325, you have 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. Those are the numbers that Tesla says if you house and understand these energies of the 6, the 9, and the 3, you will learn how to master the universe. Okay, so what I'm seeing in this card is an arrow with eagle feathers attached to it, or hawk feathers. The hawk being sharp as a vision. This could also represent that Libra energy of temperance. You have Sagittarian energy here. I'm seeing Sagittarius come through as well. You have the Centaurian. Oh, yes, this is the Sagittarius energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so you got fire grounding out. You grounding you out in the earth air energy here. So temperance. It's saying have patience, man. Have patience because spirit is working. Divine is working. Divine is working. This is about swift and straight application of force. This is intellectual force. Transmutation, the vision of the universal peacock, the peacock. So the correspondences from the Hebrew alphabet refer to the womb preserving life. Self-control, self-sacrifice govern the wheel of fortune, which is the karmic cycle, the karmic wheel of life. The daughter of reconcilers, the bringer forth of life. This is about reconciliations, fucking healing, okay? So reconcile with the masculine energy. And this is also why that masculine card is honoring the divine masculine, is understanding that divine masculine process that is happening right now. And for some of you guys wondering what your divine masculine is up to and why you guys are at this particular stage of change in your lives right now, is because everything is coming into perfect union in divine timing, and you have to respect divine timing. You have to respect that the path of intelligence of the probationary period of the temptation card. It's also because it's about primary temptation by which the creator, all righteous persons must endure. The path is a path of trial and temptation called the intelligence of probation or tentative. The letter Samek 60 you have here is symbolic reflections of which the main one is prop, a thing connecting two different objects but does not become a part of any of them. Temperance represents balance, the perfect harmony that comes from union of dualities. This card indicates that you are truly in touch with who you are inside. A combination of forces, implementation, actions on the material sphere. Okay, so you guys taking actions to thwart off the temptations of the world and allowing yourself to resonate with the forces from within you. All right. So this is about combining your forces, and this is about combining forces with not only the feminine but the masculine energies from within you, and understand how these masculine and feminine energies are driving you and guiding you at the same time. Okay, and like I said, for a masculine, it's good for you to watch this video, and for a feminine, it's good for you to watch the masculine videos as well, because all of these videos collectively are going to make sense when you put them together. Okay, there's a reason why I channel them separately, because we are separate entities, but those separate entities make up the whole of who we are within ourselves, if that makes any sense. So in the earthly realm of things, this is what is happening. Transmutation from temptation to temperance. Okay, to tempering those things, having self-discipline. This is also about self-discipline. All right, the Queen of Cups being in the fire energy. Okay, why is the Queen of Cups in the fire energy? Well, we'll figure that out. Why is the Queen of Cups here? The queens. Long live the queen. Hey. Anyway, what we need to do to take action right now, divine feminines, is understanding. Okay, the woman, the bee, the goddess Nephthys is here again. Okay, you have the cup, the chalice. You have a bee. You have the woman. This is a representation of woman here. You also have the energy, the sense of taste. Okay, so she smell and taste what the fucking Queen of Cups is cooking. Anyway, okay, this is about the vision of sorrow, the vision of wonder, and silence. Okay, sometimes it's being silent and watching in the stillness of the night. Okay. Hmm. This is more Yoni energy. You have the queens. You have two queens. Well, we did. The king of. Oh, wait, no, the masculine. The divine masculine had the queen of pentacles in his air energy here. What he's thinking about in his thoughts. Getting grounded, stability, silence. He's being silenced right now. This is where you're being silenced. You're not able to take action toward the masculine at this time because the divine masculine is healing. Okay? So, right now, what is required from the divine feminine right now is this Queen of Cups energy, the loving, the nurturing energy that is bouncing from you to him. Okay? So, this is about um, the vision of wonder and the vision of sorrow. What is it that you're releasing right now? Sorrow. You're taking action to heal the sorrow in your life right now, divine feminines. The Queen's energy here about the Queen of Cups is about removing. This is about being in the pool, okay? Water of water energy, stagnant, spiritualized reflection of images. You are reflecting upon the stagnant energies that have been spiritualized within you. This is what is being called to release in action. Releasing this from you, from the divine masculine, and to clear out this energy of old to allow the new to come in. This is what it is about. Allowing the energy of renewal to come in, allowing yourself to give and receive this energy of renewal. The Queen of Cups is here to release you, release you from the stagnant reflection images of what has been spiritualized within you when it comes to love and relationships. You're healing it, you're nurturing it, you're beginning to understand and understand exactly what that means in the overall energy with the Hierophant here. This is about the secret of physical strength, being able to physically triumph over this internal intelligence, these internal intelligence messages that you have received from the past. This is also Taurian energy. Underneath that, you have the Two of Cups. This is about the vision of God face to face. This is about illuminating intelligent, the Two of Cups union, divine masculine and divine feminine energies under spiritual divine guidance. Okay. This also means connecting to that part of yourself as well, releasing yourself from the fiery, passionate burdens of that burdensome cycle that we are all healing from, not only in this lifetime, but in several lifetimes. This is where that past life energy is starting to come up here, guys. You're not only purging shit that's going on between you and your divine masculine now, but you guys are also purging on individual levels past life energies where you guys have been connected in several different worlds, several different realms, several different lifetimes, several different experiences where you have come together and you understand wholeheartedly within the divine unit of your soul. You understand that this love has transcended throughout all time and space. You understand on a higher level that this is somebody that your divine counterpart is somebody that you have known in multiple lifetimes, you have loved in multiple lifetimes. And it's that acceptance of understanding that even if you don't come into union in physical union into a marriage or a partnership or a relationship, if you guys want to label it that, if you don't come into a relationship or like a married kind of energy, in the 3D world, it's not to say that you never had that and you never will. You might not have that in this lifetime, but maybe you weren't meant to. Maybe you guys were meant to go through the dynamics of what you went through. And if that's the case, then that's where we need to detach and surrender to the divine and let the divine guide us on our journey here. It's not about the journey. It's not about the destination of where we're going to fucking wind up, guys. It's about the journey. And that's what the most important thing in this lesson is really all about. And while we allow the divine masculine to go and heal himself, if that is what he needs to, why do we have to put labels on things? Labels are harmful, expectations are harmful. A lot of these things we already know from past experiences and why these fucking cycles of shit repeat themselves is because we're not giving ourselves that divine knowledge and understanding that this is what has to happen when healing things or coming into reconciliation energy. The reconciliation energy. Some divine masculines are trying to reconcile with their divine feminines, even though they just went through a round of shit and they've literally psychically, spiritually, emotionally, and physically had their asses handed to them in some ways. The divine masculine may be fucking scared to death of a relationship right now. But that's not to say that he doesn't want one, and that's not what he's desiring any more than we do. I think we all, when it comes to divine connections, we all have the same desires and we all have the same mindsets. We just wind up communicating that shit way differently to each other. And sometimes with a lot more force than is necessary. So this is what makes us feel like we're trapped in a fucking cage and we're moving along, just based on the temptations of things. We're being tempted to do things without thinking about them first, you know. But I think that this is time to step back. Some people are coming into union right now in Venus retrograde, and some people are ending relationships, and some people's relationships have ended even before the retrogrades began because they knew, it was coming. So that's spirit moving in people's lives a lot faster, saying that this is the time to renew and release all of the things from the past, and now is the time to allow new situations and new beginnings to come in, new paradigms, new perceptions, new understandings, new connections, rebirth at its finest. The Hierophant card, the attributes of the Hierophant card here. This is about hanging. I wouldn't say necessarily hanging in suspense, but this is really seriously about even hardcore. This is really hardcore self reflection. This is a time of pause. Now, the Hierophant. I'm thinking about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man energy is coming up into mind right now. The Hierophant is the nail. Okay. The path number 16. The triumphal or internal intelligence, deep indigo. So this could be for indigo children. Why I'm seeing that indigo energy. The violet flame. The divine violet flame is burning bright right now. This is that divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is the violet flame. This is about cosmic oneness within universal love. That universal love energy vibrates the color indigo. Okay. It also is that crown chakra opening wide. Earth chakra energy, I'm seeing too. That's a really deep color. Yeah, that's your third eye. Third eye energy. The secret of the magical powers of the Hierophant are about secret of physical strengths. The transcendental morality is about suggestive correspondences. The sun, the redeemer, the sun is but the sun. The magus of the eternal, that is the trump of tarot in this card. So the bull represents Taurian energy as well. So the color is also topaz. Vegetable drugs are sugar. Throne and the altar. So you guys need to cleanse a spiritual space for yourselves. And for some of you guys that already have an altar or a spiritual space, you need to clean that motherfucker. Just a message from spirit. Clean your altar. Clean your spiritual space. If you don't have a spiritual space, make one. Anyway, the message of this card, the Magus of the Eternal. Here we go. The Magus of the Eternal. The 16th pass is the triumphal or eternal intelligence. It's so called because it is the pleasure of the glory. Oh yeah. Beyond which is no other glory like to it, and is so called the paradise that is prepared for the righteous. The path of vow leads from Shokma, the Chesed, and the uppermost path on the pillar of mercy. It is described in the Golden Dawn documents as the zodiac acting through the Taurus upon Jupiter. Jupiter is in retrograde right now, guys, in Taurian energy. So the 6th letter vowel means a nail. It is a nail that is hammered to fix the spirit to the cross of matter. Vow unites the opportunities or opposites. The opposites attract. Vow is one of the channels connecting the heavenly and the lower worlds. The Hierophant focuses on the religion, on what connects and unites people. This is about heavenly wisdom, manifestation, explanation, teaching, and occult wisdom. Oh, yeah. Occult wisdom, spiritual, manifestation. Okay, so I saw a message earlier. It was about when you embody God within and you're one with God from within. That message of divine light coming in saying that the kingdom of heaven is inside you and all around you. The kingdom in heaven is inside you. There was a meme that I saw earlier. I shared it on Facebook earlier, and it was about the ancient Egyptians passing on that ideology of knowledge that heaven is within you. And when their spiritual talks about death and in the afterlife, when the Lord God Anubis, the caretaker of the souls of man, which is that I am presence, Anubis is the protector of souls. And when you die, Anubis takes your spirit and he walks you through the duat, and he walks you through all the trials and tribulations that your soul has endured. Depending on the level of what the king, the pharaoh of Egypt ever declared at that point in time, when he was declaring what was stating how you will present yourself in the afterlife to the gods, it was always up to the king and his to discern that for his people. But why he was given that power, I don't ever really understand that. But in the duality of nature of things, it is Anubis who walks you through the duat and takes you to the goddess of justice, who is Ma'at. And once he stands you before Ma'at, you take all the deeds that you have done in your lifetime, and when you weigh your heart out on the scale, it must not outweigh the heart. It must not outweigh the feather, or else Amet comes and swallows your soul and you experience the second death. You don't get to live in the afterlife. So it's a process of elimination within the soul. But the problem is that we must atone for the things that we do. Okay. And the Hierophant guides us through that lesson of mercy within ourselves, to push this triumphant eternal process to that place where we can find heaven within ourselves, so that our hearts don't outweigh the feather. I sure as fuck don't want Ahmed to swallow me, okay? So I'm going to do what I can on this life mission, on my life path, to clear out karmic cycles from the past, allow these new cycles in my life on this current timeline to transpire and take place in my life, and enjoy every part of the journey, because this moment of creation is the most beautiful, because I'm creating in the moment, and I'm realizing that as I'm creating the moment, I'm creating my future. So even from the divine feminine perspective, this is going out to the whole entire collective for the divine masculine and divine feminine energies that will watch this video. This is how you can bring that unification to yourself with that Two of Cups energy, and how you can therefore attract true love into your life and it not be such a fable of myth and fairy tales. It may not be romantic, but there will be moments of hot pleasure to be had in a sacred, divine, beautiful, cosmic, soul shaking, earth shaking, booty rocking, headboard knocking kind of energy. Not all things are going to be perfect, but this is the perfection that we can open ourselves up to within ourselves, and allow that perfection to come into our lives, and allow ourselves to be a part of the perfection of creation, instead of burdening ourselves with the riddles of life, the pain and the strife of life. It's about releasing those things and allowing ourselves. It's funny that the death card was actually in reverse, and I don't read reversals, and none of my decks have reversals in them. I always have every card in my decks upright, and I make sure is to shuffle them where they are all facing the same direction. But underneath this Ten of Wand cards, this is about releasing the burdens, of our physical passions and our physical world temptations, and allowing the divine to come in and temper the situation with the knowledge that we have gained to give ourselves this rebirth that we so very much deserve. Okay? And that is such a beautiful message, guys. Arcane knowledge, arcane ancestral wisdom coming in from the divine connection. Anyway, guys, okay, let me pull a couple more. What cards am I going to pull? Final messages from the Sacred Power. Final messages from the Sacred Power Oracle, guys. And this reading will be a wrap. It's a wrap! Okay, anyway. So I shuffled the cards, I cleansed the cards before I put them back in the deck. Overall, we have compassion. We have the energy of Lakshmi. She is the goddess of creation. In Hindu culture, she is the goddess of creation. She is the goddess of music and divine communication. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so what do we have coming out for the Divine Feminine Collective right now? How is the Divine Feminine within us, guiding us on this journey in the now, the void of our souls? Divine, show us the sacred power of ourselves given to us from the divine part of the universe, from all reaches of the universe, from the unconscious collective to the divine conscious collective. Oh, I love this card. Ooh, I love it. Rainbow dragon. It's a rainbow dragon. Oh shit, guys. Okay, underneath you have personal power. This is overall energy. This is about being powerful in your own right. Allowing yourself to be powerful. What? I'm just curious. Holy shit. Abundance. Oh my god. Look. So this is the image of what you're creating in the 5D, and this is your spiritual ascension to bring that down into the earthly realms. Look at that. And then you have cornucopias down here. This is you. This is you. And all you have to fucking do is just embody this energy. It's abundant. This is God saying, I'm giving you abundance from within the self. This is you. I'm striking you with this divine power. And when I closed my eyes and I saw past the external, this is what I saw as myself. I'm this being, and so are you. This is who you are. This is who you are in the physical realm here. And when you embody this energy right here, all of this shit right here, ooh, this beautiful shit right here, this golden pile of treasure at the end of the rainbow, damn, look at this. Brings you abundant fruit here. All right? This is how you truly manifest abundance. Okay? This is not just saying, oh, well, like attracts like, and I'm just going to attract whatever it is that I like. No. 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 There's a step and a process on how you get there, honey. There's a step and a process, and you have to enjoy that process. Okay? So this is about what it means to take your power back and own it and resonate with it and love yourself on the journey, because that's the most important part. So the rainbow dragon, the message of the rainbow dragon. I love this card. I just love this card. It's one of my favorites. Then again, I love dragons, and I see dragons a lot, and I have since I was a child. So it's my magical creature, other than the unicorn. It's unicorns and dragons for me. Oh yeah. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. No, it's unicorns and dragons and wizards. Oh my. Magicians. Oh my. Anyway, I know I'm silly. That's a part of who I am, so I don't give a fuck. Let's just enjoy it. Anyway, oops. Oh yeah, see, it's wanting to jump out at you guys. Okay. Reach out and touch me. Woo. Anyway, more 80s shit coming on. Be honest with yourself and others. Release your burdens. Okay? Take a good look at the card, because whichever color vibrates to you the most is going to be what resonates with you the most for this message. Okay? So, give me a second. Focus on the color. Focus on the color that stands out to you the most and hold that in your image, in your mind. Floating within the golden ascension rays, the rainbow dragon is making you aware of what is required for you to act in truth and honesty. Bringing the vibration from the golden ray, the rainbow dragon opens up connections to your higher self, the central sun, and the angelic and ascended master realms. While centering you in the present, through the dragon's movements, the frequency and the vibration of the rainbow spectrum dissipates negative blocks and karmic debris. That means if you're fucking coming out of karmic shit, it means that you can release the debris of that crap without having to feel it so heavily. But if you are willing to accept the change that is required to break down the walls and the barriers that stop you from moving forward, powerful and unstoppable, once you activate your rainbow dragon, prepare for a swift and sudden change. Be like Jon Snow and ride what is that dragon's name? Rhaegal? Yeah. Fly with your dragon. Anyway. Powerful and unstoppable, once you activate your rainbow dragon, prepare for swift and sudden change. Bringing harmony and change in a positive direction, the rainbow dragon is the protector, the harmonizer, the destructor, and the creator, all in one. So, connecting to the elements and the dragon here to assist you in raising your vibration and consciousness through the energy of the elements as the creator of action, you're encouraged to follow your truth with honesty and integrity. Right now, honesty is required in all areas of your life. When you begin to unburden yourself, which I like to say it's unfucking yourself. When you like to unfuck yourself, you allow yourself to be open to the gifts of the universe. Now it is time to get busy. Oh, yeah. Ask the elements for assistance to work through your present issues. Which element can help you on your current situation? Focus on the rainbow dragon. Which color are you attracted to? So, if you guys chose pink or purple, this means that grounding, nature, practical life cycles, balance, and harmony is coming into your life now through the release and surrender. So, if you are thinking about the white color, this is about breath and meditation for clarity of consciousness. So, if you're seeing the white in this card, it means that you need more meditation and you need to do some breathing exercises to help you ground yourself in your energy because you're more than likely an air sign. And you must do breathing exercises to regulate your air, the energy that flows in and out of you. This is good for every sign. I don't give a fuck who you are, but for air signs, this is more prominent. Breath and meditations will bring you clarity of consciousness. So if you guys chose the blue color, this is about water. Assessing and freeing your emotions through truthful expressions. This is that throat chakra energy, guys. So if you got red and orange, pink and purple is also related to the heart chakra, also at the intuitive side of you, the grounding nature through your third eye, indigo, crown and third eye chakras. So purple also has a specific message for the spirit energy as well. But anyway, we have red and orange. If you guys chose red and orange, this is about finding your passion and embracing them. But this is telling you to also watch out for those temptations. If you guys are drawn to that red or orange flame, can mean that it's about finding your passions, but not allowing those passions to lead you into temptation to the point where it hurts yourself. Okay, so that was just a message that I had to throw in there. They were channeling it to me. So anyway, if you guys chose the energy of straight up purple, it is about spirit. This is about placing you on your life direction, harmonizing yin yang energies, the emergence of one with the spiritual law, identifying patterns and rule of the governing life of creation, awareness, and a higher frequency. This is also resonating with that number 9 number coming in about the spiritual downloads, integration, humanitarian work, light workers, light working. This is about standing in your artistic genius as well. Allowing these contributions. This is about allowing and receiving. This is about the receptivity of all those things that were mentioned. Okay, like I said, if you guys didn't watch the Divine Masculine video, you might want to go back and hit replay on that because It's very important, and it does coincide with this reading here as well. So I'm encouraging you to go and watch the Divine Masculine Presents episode 9 video. So you have the personal power, which is overall energy. This is the overall message from Spirit. Take responsibility for your actions and reclaim your power. So if this is functioning, this is that divine feminine energy functioning within you, and this is happening in mirrored aspects for divine masculine and divine feminines. Emotions are powerful. This is about taking responsibility for your emotions, not allowing them to control you, but you controlling them. It says, I am now willing and able to stand in my own power. Each experiences enhances my love, enhances my strength, and enhances my self-worth. This is the overall fucking message, and this is why Spirit was in my dreams this morning, reminded me that this is all you need. Your personal power lies within your own acknowledgement of your own existence and who the fuck and what the fuck you really are. And that is the embodiment of unconditional love, strength, and self-worth. Okay? Because your higher self doesn't function on this 3D level like you think it does. This is where we need to remove those fucking distortions. Okay? Emotions are powerful and cause us to feel alone, overwhelmed, and anxious if we hadn't had the opportunity. So this is what's mirroring in the divine feminines, why the divine masculines are in that 9 of swords fucking energy. Well, this is what we feel. Okay? But this is what we're being released. We are calling to release it, because when we release it, the divine masculine, therefore, will release. All right, so overwhelmed and anxious if we happen to have the opportunity to express our situations or our experiences. This is what I mean by that message that I got from trying to suppress your inner self and that unconditional love within you. If you are finding that you're getting frustrated and you're unhappy with your situation, and it's because you're not able to express your unconditional love body with other people around you. And it's saying not to close yourself off because you had a shitty experience, but it's time to open yourself up and allow that part of you to heal, because not everybody's in that energy. This is about symbolisms of polarity, of positive and negative energies. This is what I'm talking about, the duality of things. Not every fucking relationship's built to break you. Some are. Some are meant to come in and break down your fucking perceptions about things. Some are meant to come in and fucking take you off your fucking high horse when you thought you were better than everyone else. Someone's going to come along and teach your ass a fucking lesson. And that's why we call it karma. Okay? But it's not to say, like, oh, just because you learned a fucking lesson in karma, that it's time for you to shut the fuck off and just quit functioning in the world and allowing yourself to be happy and allowing yourself to have and receive joy as well. So when you get in that energy of shutting shit the fuck down and shutting shit the fuck off, you're really, really fucking creating a place of stagnancy for yourself. You're not allowing yourself to create in the moment the way that you're meant to. You're not allowing yourself to open yourself up, your heart space and your truth and your fucking authenticity, to allow yourself to experience the joy that you damn well deserve. Okay? Anyway, a Siberian tiger asked us to address our personal power issues. What do you feel has taken your power away from you? And if you have an answer for that, then that is what the fuck you're supposed to go in and heal right now. Okay? Express your deepest feelings, embrace your darkest personal experiences, and transform it into something positive and into a positive action, right? Divine Masculine, this is for you too. This should have come out in your video as well. But this is why I encourage you to watch both of them. Anyway, once we decide if a particular experience is good or bad, we then make a conscious decision about what to do next, identifying our method of emotional expression. Whether we speak up, we become neutral, we don't speak at all. Not speaking up can leave us feeling helpless and placing us in a victim mindset, which says, fuck no, I'm not going there again. I'm shutting my fucking self off from every fucking thing I'm meant to because I had this shitty experience and I don't know how else to fucking deal with it. That's exactly what happens, and that's how we get stagnant. That's how we find ourselves in more fucked up temptations and broken situations, and this is what needs to be healed. Divine feminines, take the initiative. The divine masculine needs to see you at work. I'm just saying. That's a message for some of you. Anyway, tigers are predatory and understand the need of secrecy, perseverance, and patience before committing to their prey. So this is a message from the divine masculine coming through here to the divine feminine. I have to watch you, he says. I have to make sure that before I commit to you, I have to see that you're worth the consumption, that you're healthy enough for me. That's not wrong. And it's not wrong in the divine masculine to feel that way, no matter how he's expressing it. He may be expressing it in a brutal and hurtful way right now, but it doesn't mean that he is privy or dumb to the situation. This is why he's watching you. This is why there's an energy of silence and contemplation between the divine feminine and the divine masculine right now. By doing this, it's about regaining and reclaiming your personal fucking power. So, standing strong and powerful in this it's essential to the survival right now. In the same way, experiencing darkness helps us build strength and resilience. Mm. Right now, the tiger asks you to relinquish your victimhood and take responsibility for your own thoughts and feelings. Embrace your hardships with love and acceptance and use them as a source for personal motivation. Take responsibility for your own actions and the part you've played in your current circumstances. By doing so, you'll begin to reclaim your power. Now is the time to encourage a healthier environment by releasing toxic relationships or friendships. Negative attitudes and and emotional vampires are manipulating your soul's freedom. Remove yourself from the game, cut these negative cords, and be free. Own your power. Each experience enhances your love, your strength, and your self worth. That loving space within you needs healing. The rainbow dragon is here. To give you abundance. Abundance, energy balancing. Oh, yeah. Self love. That's what self love is all about, guys. This is what self love is all about. And that is what the great divine feminine is trying to express to us tonight. Self love. This is, you see that? You see that? This is how I saw myself in this dream. And that is so fucking crazy. Something just told me to thumb through these cards. And I haven't looked at this card the way that I'm looking at it now. You see that little girl in her? For the masculines watching, the little boy within you. This was the image that I saw. And even though I was seeing this grown image here, this was the divine light that was shining within me, my inner child, enjoying the voyage, in initiation of new beginnings, and allowing myself, yourself, for this to be the day where you surrender to the unknown. Anything that you were hesitant to do before now, it's time. Don't worry if you're ready. Everything will be perfect. That is what divine is saying to you. It is not the destination, but the journey and the things that life are made of. Self love. You know what? Fuck it. I'm reading this card. Self love. Self love is going to end this message. Universal love will end this message. This has been the message from the divine to the collective. I nurture the child within me. I'm complete, whole, and secure, and I'm safe. Be courageous and listen to your own advice. Your inner child is an aspect of the self, reminiscent of all that you have learned and experienced. Free, spontaneous, creative, and full of wonder. Your inner child longs to be in a state of joy. Creative and full, but also requires nurturing, attention, and constant reassurance. Your inner child feels these extremes of emotion because they lack understanding of why particular circumstances have occurred. You're going to shift long standing emotional patterns by working with your inner self, resolving problems, trauma, and issues that you've found challenging and difficult to address. While you may have grown up quickly or had a limited childhood, absent of opportunities and experiences, the inner child is an aspect of you that requires love and attention, even as an adult. Emotions are powerful. Like children, adults manipulate, rebel, and throw tantrums, and can also put on a brave face for the sake of others. To create a symbiotic relationship, you, the parent, and your inner child must work in agreement of security, safety, acceptance, and surety. Acknowledging that you've been wounded is the first step in shifting your mindset, but self love is essential right now as there is a child within you needing parental help and advice. Grieving for the past or circumstances that we did not understand at the time, no matter how old you were, is now necessary. Helpless confusion or feeling overwhelmed can trigger childlike behaviors such as tantrums, manipulation, and rebellion in attempt to get what you want. Take the time to be playful and curious. Be courageous and lean and learn the power of no. It will shield you from pushy people seeking to compromise your values and your integrity. If you were to see the little you now, what sage advice would you give knowing what you know today? That is the question that I'm going to leave you guys with in this reading. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for tonight's episode of Divine Feminine's Naked Truth presentation and for all that she had to say in this energy tonight. It's a very, very beautiful message from the Divine Feminine to the collective. Divine Masculine, Feminine energies alike. This is meant to, when you watch this video or you click on this video, this is when you were meant to watch it. This is when it was meant to resonate or not resonate with you or trigger you. So for those of you guys that have been triggered throughout some of my readings, it is not to piss you off or to hurt your feelings or to be mean or harsh to you. It's about delivering these messages so that you fully understand them too. It's to the capacity that I can explain it to you in, because I can tell you right now that no matter what we learn, until we come to that higher place of ascension where we move on from a certain level in our frame of minds, once we level up to those higher dimensions, a lot of these things, a lot of these petty things within ourselves are going to begin to shed from us. This is about understanding that even if we all have different life paths and we all have different life purposes, but this is about, like, we can't be in a negative vibration if we're really truly trying to attract love and relate and healing and reconciliation within relationships into our lives. We cannot look at things from a lower vibration, and we truly do have to go in every once in a while and often at that, to truly love and nurture our own inner child through our situations. And when we are resonating with our inner child, we are resonating with spirit. It's that God within yourself that you're truly healing. So, with that being said, again, I just want to thank you and extend my gratitude for those of you that watch my videos, share, like, and subscribe. I want to just put it out there that if you want to book a personal reading with me or a coaching session or a mentoring session with me, I am available at pearlofthesea13@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram through my handle, which is brandinimojo13. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. You can find me at Tribal Awakening. Follow me as Brandy Dye on Facebook. So anyway, I just want to give a shout out to my family, my soul family, my tribe, and to all of you guys. I also wanted to publicly give a shout out to 100 subscribers on my channel. To the new 100 people, or to the 100 people who have subscribed to my channel, I can't thank you enough. I want to express my gratitude for this milestone. Since starting my channel a year ago, I've only reached 100 subscribers, but to me, you guys are everything. So I just wanted to give a shout out of love and gratitude to every single one of you guys. And I really hope that my messages continue to help you guys on your journey. And I will continue to do them. So, again, this has been a message from brandinimojo at Tribal Awakening. And I am signing off. And I want to wish you love and light for the next week. Love you guys.